Okay, UV resin. I have this, and I also have this. It's the same. Basically, it works the same. This is just a smaller bottle. I'm going to use this guy for right now. And I'm going to just put a little bit in my cup. I never measure. I'm sure some of you do. I don't. I just kind of eyeball it. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to get some of my red, that actually says pink, red colorant. And I'm going to just put a couple of, oh, you know what? You got to cut the tip. All right, there we go. Couple of drops, not too many because you don't want to make it so it won't harden. So a little stick, and we're gonna stir it up really good. Okay. Then I'm gonna go ahead and pour into my first apple. Just like that. Okay. Then I'm going to just go around and kind of get some bubbles, pop the bubbles on the sides. Just like that. Okay. And let's turn on our light. Can you all see that? I'm going to gently take it over, put it under the light, and I'm going to let that go. While that one's going, let's do some knuckles. So these ones, let's do them hot pink. What I like to do with something like this, if I'm gonna, nobody says I craft kind of messy. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put a layer of clear. And it's so great, the UV resin, because you can just, it's so thin that you can get into those little corners. So I'm just going to put one small layer down. And I'm going to let that harden. So this one should be about done. Okay, I'm going to pull you out for right now. I'm going to put you in. Okay, so I'm going to do another one over here with my UV resin. I'm just going to pour some in, eyeball it. Okay, and my red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drops. Okay, stir it up really good. Okay, then I'm going to take and pour into the other one. You can hear my 3D printers going in the background. More fun stuff printing. All right. Okay. So there's that one. Don't worry about overpour because this comes right off. This guy I'm going to take out. This guy I'm going to put in. Okay. Sometimes it comes on. It's so nice when it does that. All right. So now I've got a nice layer here that maybe I want to put in some of these heart sprinkles. So to do that, I'll take another one of my little cups. These little cups with the pour tips are so handy. I love them. All right, so for this one, I'm gonna just take and I'll put another layer down, just light. Just a light layer. And spread it around a little bit with a popsicle stick just to make sure you got in all the corners and edges. Then I'm going to pick up some of my sprinkles and just kind of lay them in there like that. Can you see what I'm doing? Just kind of putting them in there like that. Just random, doesn't matter. You know, if anyone knows an easier way to put these in, let me know. This is the way I'm doing it. Alright, so I got my sprinkles in. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect, just however. Okay. Then I'm going to add a little bit of hot pink glitter on top of that. And I'm just going to sprinkle it on top. And if that stops, just start it again. I really don't count how long. I just make sure that it's in there a while. And I'm a fly by the seat kind of crafter. I don't know if anybody else is like that, but that's how I am. Okay, we got our pink glitter in there now. And I'm going to just take and blow off the excess. I'm out here in my garage, so I can do that. I'm going to pull my apple out now, and I'm going to put my knuckles in. Okay, now I'm going to do these two pieces. And I'm going to use green. You know what, I might even use the one I was using for red. I'm just going to mix them together because it's going to create kind of a reddish green. Don't get this resin too close to this because I don't want it hardening before I'm using it. Alright, okay, eyeball it, put my green in. Oh, gotta cut the tip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So let's get that stirring. It makes kind of a cool green. I don't know if you can see that or not. Okay, there's that. And I will pour my skeleton head. I like this green. It's kind of a poison green. It looks pretty cool. Just make sure you don't over pour. Alright. Okay, now I'm going to pull the knuckles out. I'm going to turn this way, and I'm going to put my skulls in. Now my knuckles, I've got my sparkles and my glitter. Now I'm going to do a coat to back it all, just of clear. And try not to over pour as much as you can. Okay, we'll give it a minute. It doesn't take long with this 54 watt. It's Wisdom Park. I got it on Amazon. I think I paid like, maybe $40, $50 for it. But this has been a super great nail lamp, and it works wonders. So I'm gonna pull this out. I'm gonna put my knuckles in and let them go for a minute. I'm just gonna sit this here for just a minute. And this is why we always work on a tablecloth. But what's great about spill like this, get your UV lamp, put it on, and it's hard. This is such great stuff. It's just so much fun. So when you're done with the front, flip it over. The back. Flip it over and do the front. Let the front harden for a short period of time. And then, while that's happening, I'm going to flip this over and let it harden on the other side. This should just be just about ready to pop out. Now they do get warm. You can feel it. It's pretty warm. I'm going to let this one cool off for just a minute before I try to unmold. And I'm just going to take off my gloves while I unmold, because I'm not working with resin right now. And I'm going to save them. Besides, they make my hands sweaty. Okay. Alright, so these are ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and pop this out. You see how easy it just pops right out of the mold. So easy and so fun. And now, look at that. I have the cutest, perfectly shiny little resin. I don't know if you can see. Can you see? Pair of knuckles. Look at that. And those are so cute. Now my apples, I'm going to do them. Pop you out. There's one side. One side. The green part comes off so easy. The green part just pops right out. And now to assemble. Let me show you quickly how to assemble these. And then I'll start another video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of my UV resin and I'm going to do a light coat right here. And then I'm going to take the other piece. You know, I might even have too much. I'm going to scrape some of that off because I don't want it oozing out of the sides. I should be wearing gloves, I know. But I took them off. Alright, so there's that. I'm going to take this side and I'm going to glue it right on to that side, and I'm going to line it up as perfectly as I can. Okay, it should line up perfectly. Alright, and then I'm going to put you in there. Alright, so while that's going, I'm going to show you how easy they just pop right out. Like there's no, it's just boom, they're done. They're popped out, they're ready to go. I'm gonna flip my apple piece over to make sure it goes on both sides. You have to do front and back when you're doing these, when you're letting them cure. Make sure you're curing the front and the back. That way both sides get cured. Okay. Then, once that happens, I'm gonna take my top piece. Let's see, the top is gonna be this piece. And I'm gonna apply just a thin layer of UV. And I'm gonna position my apple piece onto it. Like that, and I'm going to put it in. UV resin has really been so much fun. I'm in heaven with it. It's so versatile, and you can do so many things with it and make so many things, and almost instantly. I mean, it's just a matter of letting things cure, and once it cures, you know, you can. Okay, so there's my poison apple straw topper. Now, if you want, you can do the same thing and put another one on the back so that it makes it a two-sided straw topper. Like that, so it's on both sides. Or leave it off, it's up to you. Then when it's all completely cured and I'm happy with it, what I'll do is take a paintbrush and do a light coat of resin of UV resin over the entire piece and stick it back in, and I've got a perfect straw topper. All right, well, come back for more. I'm gonna do some more later. Bye, guys.